So this is why I can't have nice things. I've got all these different videos that I've got set up and planned and whatnot for Z, including just a little teaser for you guys. This sort of setup in an actual headlight housing, you know, I've got plans for that, and I just need a few parts I need to buy. These fenders, which aren't finished, but again, I need to buy some more stuff for this. I can't afford that yet. And then brakes. I have a full set of Brembo brakes that I have a full video on that I'm going to be doing, and it's actually rather frustrating because I can't have nice things because this car keeps breaking. So what am I talking about? I'll show you. So as you probably already guessed, it's about the diff. You didn't guess, you saw the video title. The welded diff in this has now started to give me problems. Is it because it's welded? I don't think so. Now, the little bit of research that I've done tells me that this happens quite often to Z's, and it's actually rather frustrating. So I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but I kind of wanted your guys' opinion on this. See if you can hear what's going on and why it's going to cost me a few $100s just to fix this stupid welded diff. My diff decides that it wants to make the worst noise known to mankind. I'm going 50 right now, and it has to do with throttle input. The gist of it is, I'm off the throttle completely right now and I can't even hear it. But then as soon as I get on the throttle, I've tried changing out the fluid a couple times, but I have basically two options. Here's what they are. So with option one, I go ahead and get a differential bearing and seal kit, which I think one of the bearings is going out. I don't know why. The diff that I have now was heavily used. So if I go with a rebuild kit, it's going to be $279, and shipping is going to put it right around $300, somewhere right around there. Then I have to, well, there's step one, pull the diff. To rebuild the whole diff is going to be a pain in the butt in pulling that whole thing apart, completely disassembling it, and putting it all back together, and making sure that all the seals and bearings are in the proper positions, in the proper places, without all the proper tools. Is something I'm worried about. Just saying. I don't claim to be a professional, but I kind of know what I'm doing around the cars. Kind of. Step 4, putting the diff back in has its own problems, because if it's not the bearings, which I think it is, then I still have a problem. And I also have people telling me that I may have an issue with the weld of the diff, since it's a limited slip diff and not a open diff that was welded. I might have pieces still floating around in there, or I may have the diff becoming unwelded. Step 5 is yay, maybe. So diff option 2. So step 1 is going to be, instead of getting the bearing kit, it's going to be buying a whole new open differential, which is around $270 shipped. this is good because this is now an open differential, which then is welded with plates, and I can pay to weld diff. And let's just budget $100 for that because I'm making sure that it is done correctly. And this is, this was $270 shipped. So $270 shipped and another 100 budgeted. So we're at $370 right now. Ish. It's a lot budgeted. I don't know very many people with welders, so that's something I need to change. But then I have to, step 3, swap over solid bushings. I did this video already. It's a pain in the butt. I never wanted to do that again. It took quite a while. That'll take a while for me to do. It's gonna be a pain. I know I could do it again, but this is my second option. This is gonna be my safest bet. But we're at $370 to buy another diff. That sucks. 4 is install. Step 5 is going to be smiley face because there's a 100% chance that this is going to be good. It's almost $100 more expensive, and it's assuming that this used differential that I could buy, assume I could buy for about that cheap, doesn't have the same damn issues as the ones before. The one that I have now. The one I have now was beat on before. It was used by a drift 350Z, so it's had some wear and tear, but it hasn't given up yet. So is it fix the old one that I have now and put it all back together? And I mean, I'm going to learn a lot that way, or just buy a whole new one, get an open diff, so it's actually a plate welded diff instead of filling the holes on the limited slip like they do for, well, the one I have out there. And it's an all new diff with 50,000 miles on this diff right here, so you know I could get one for relatively low miles. I should rebuild or if I should buy a whole new one, because at this point I'm at a loss and it's kind of up in the air. Either way, I have to tear apart the whole darn thing. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and most of my stuff's on Instagram, Facebook too, but that's just mostly notification stuff. So thanks for watching, guys.